Alex, and welcome to our podcast series. I'm so glad to have you this morning. And as you have always been talking about, AI is going to change the enterprise business landscape in terms of providing the means and measures to improve the business productivity. Let's talk this morning how AI is emerging. And as you have led your career with PwC and now with Coforge as Senior Vice President for Coforge for Enterprise Application. And I have led my career with Oracle as Director for Technology Solutions. And now I'm founder CEO for bCentriqe, building AI solutions. So this podcast will be very useful for the business users who would like to understand how AI is going to help on top of any ERP application, whether Oracle, SAP, or Microsoft. So, Alex, what do you think about current scenario with enterprise business?
Well, first, thank you very much for having me. And I'd like to start off by saying that we see AI as one of the largest paradigm shifts that has happened in industry for the last 30, 40 years. We equated to mobile devices and even more, the internet, even more than that, because AI is going to change the velocity and accelerate the speed of business like nothing we've seen before. AI, as you know, is multiple different components. And one of the most exciting things for us is applying these AI components and solutions to the ERP landscape where we can actually, for the first time, address things like revenue generation with cost reduction and combine them across all the different business units of an organization to create a much faster response time for companies to act on either a disruption in the market or a change in some customer sentiment. Well, we see it as one of the big differentiators we have.
So, Alex, as you have seen over the past so many years, right, enterprise businesses have always looked at how to automate certain tasks so that they are very cost effective in their business operation, whether it's customer facing application or either internal operation for supply chain, logistics, procurement, or financials, and then also to look at how they should be able to take care of the customer emotions, right? Now, in terms of enterprise deployment, they have been using ERP like Oracle Financial, Supply Chain, or CRM application, or SAP. But is that enough? Now the data types and forms have changed over the years, and data has come in a different, types, whether images, the video, the text, and social media data. So that basically has always been outside of the business ERP applications. How do you see those intelligence are captured and AI is going to build and leverage on those space? That is very interesting phenomenon.
Well, I think the conversion of all of the data sets in an enterprise for the first time is actually possible. Before you would have pockets or islands of data that are being combined, even in the most sophisticated data warehouses. What AI does is allow the natural language interface to actually go out and search for all of the different data sets that combined give an answer and provide also access to these assets that in a company could take you days, sometimes even weeks to compile. Now it can happen in seconds. And that's what I mean by acceleration. One of AI's greatest value is the speed it brings to business. And if any business out there does not address this, they will be left behind. We at Coforge feel it's our duty to assist our customers in not only understanding this, but in showing them how they can disrupt the market and they can be a leader in AI. And working with a company like yours is key for us to be able to do this.
And we do have very strategic partnership between Coforge, bringing the strength and the muscles of implementation, the consulting, what have you. And then we as a niche solution provider as bCentriqe AI solutions, that offers the combined value to the ERP users of enterprise businesses. So now OpenAI has brought in ChatGPT. and so is Meta Llama, and so is Google Bard, right? How do you see that Open AI Chat GPT is going to change the business landscape in the enterprise class application, such as Oracle, SAP, Microsoft, and so forth?
Again, I think it's the ability to interface with natural language. But I also think that companies like ourselves, like Coforge, we are specialists in verticals. We specialize in banking, finance, in travel, and insurance, and life sciences. Those are the major focuses for our firm. We do other things like retail and CPG, but the majority of our legacy of 40 years is involved in these vertical businesses. So we can help a client understand how they can train an AI model. Because one of the biggest obstacles and challenges is what's called hallucinations. And hallucinations can only be addressed by creating the proper prompts and feeding those prompts into into a machine language model or an LLM, actually a large language model that will allow the system to understand what the context is of data being asked. So I think that the consulting side of this is a great help and value add to products like yours. And that's one of the reasons why we believe this is a great partnership for us.
Excellent. And you touched upon very important point of the prompt engineering, right? Which basically gives the business users, such as chief financial officer, CEO, who do not want to know more about the technology. They wanted to type in something with the business context, and the system should able to generate the result in real time for them. That's what they are getting used to in ChatGPT. How we are going to bring in with respect to the business applications. So ERP is giving us the point of sales, purchase and procurement, inventory, and all of that. So if we have built, let's say, prompt engineering based search where images, text, video, all are contextualized within keywords. So if someone is, let's say, typing in the product catalog name, automatically the details of the text about the product, about the image or the video is prompted on the system. And
Right.
that becomes very, very useful for the business users. And many, many business use cases can be deployed to provide real-time, very, very highly effective use case and the business applications. So that will help in the improving the revenue, customer satisfaction, and also to cut down on a lot of procurement cycle from the product vendors. So what do you think the large language models, multimodal search in terms of combining all of that, whether that business will see the value if we deploy it together with your expert consulting?
Well, I think that we have to look at it not only for internal employees, but when you think of chatbots, right?
Yes.
And someone coming in from the outside and wanting to have a conversation. Now they can use a natural language model, and you've seen some of this. I mean,
Yep.
if you've been listening to some phone calls you get today,
Yep.
some of these phone calls are done with AI. And in the future, when you call a company or when we want to provide information to the market, these models, these natural language models, will allow us to interface in the very same way that you interface today with Alexa. And eventually, I see this going to a phase where it not only will speak to you, but it could play a video, show you photographs, all as part of an answer to a question you propose. In the same way, the system can take that information and create it as a report of some sort, or even or even prompt it into a dashboard for you and for your customers. So I think that the paradigm shift we're seeing is only beginning. But I think that ERP is key to how an enterprise can leverage it because ERP has always been the heartbeat of an organization. Now we can tie all of the different systems around that heartbeat and provide a single pane of glass, literally, for all of the knowledge that your organization has. So creating knowledge bases will become something of the past because the knowledge base will be created by the AI models as you interact with them.
So, Alex, what you're saying that our target customers could be rest assured what you're talking about can provide the real time near real-time context-based retrieval of information so that simple business language can be translated into information and they should be able to take effective decisions. And this is the assurance we as a combined force between Coforge and bCentriqe we can offer to the customer. Thank
Right.
you so much, Alex. I think this is a great deal of our strategic commitment towards the customers. Thank you very much for this nuggets of information which you shared, and look forward to talking to you more deeper dive in the next podcast. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alakh, and it's a pleasure. And we look forward to a great future together.
Absolutely. Thank you.